It's time for your statewide Alabama weathercast.
It's time for your statewide forecast here on the Alabama Weather Network, and we're tracking showers and storms to the west of Alabama today. They'll be moving into our state late tonight. We've got showers and thunderstorms in the forecast through tomorrow. We'll talk about whether they can be strong or severe and what your holiday forecast looks like, including the forecast for the all-important Iron Bowl in this very detailed statewide forecast. Showers and thunderstorms causing flooding in the Dallas area this morning, including some havoc at the airports there. They're now east of the Dallas area. Moving into Louisiana and Arkansas, they'll be into our state tonight. Some fog over southwestern Alabama. Burning off dense fog advisories have now expired. And we've got mostly clear skies over much of the state. Russellville had some beautiful cirrocumulus a little bit earlier. Now that has moved away. Just a few cirrostratus clouds over Birmingham from the region center, 66 degrees there. Montgomery, just a little bit of a lens flare from the beautiful sunshine. Some cirrostratus clouds in the distance. And at Orange Beach, nothing but sunshine over the Gulf. Pleasure craft heading out into the Gulf on this Monday. Just a gorgeous day. Skywatcher temperatures this morning across the state were in the 40s. Thanks to all of our Skywatchers for what they do for us. Temperatures at this hour, as I record this, about 10:15, in the 60s across much of Alabama. Some 50s over west central Alabama. They got a little catch up to do. Thanks to that low cloudiness and that fog that was there. The SPC does have a severe weather risk for late tonight for the extreme western part of Alabama. This marginal risk is that level 1 out of 5. You see the slight risk comes up to Meridian. That's the level 2 out of 5 risk that'll be edging our way. Tomorrow, the SPC has nearly the entire state, just a tiny, tiny sliver of the northwest corner of Alabama gets out without any risk at all, and we'll kind of break it down for you. By this afternoon, temperatures should be in the 70s for most everybody. A few spots could approach their record highs for the day. We'll see how that goes. Cloudiness will be increasing as southerly winds begin to increase ahead of an approaching upper level disturbance, and by tonight, temperatures will be falling through the 50s over North Alabama, 60s over the southern part of the state. And that cooling is very important because that's going to allow the atmosphere to destabilize. As these thunderstorms approach the northwestern corner of Alabama, they're just not going to have anything to work with in the way of instability. We think it's just going to be a rainfall event with maybe a few rumbles of thunder as the storms work into the state here after 10 p.m. Now, we'll be watching as they move across the Tennessee Valley during the overnight hours. You might hear a few rumbles of thunder mixed in with the rain, but we really need the rain, so that'll be a good thing. Not expecting any severe weather. We'll be watching just to make sure that we don't get any development further to the south. Now, as we go through the day tomorrow, the disturbance lifts out and weakens, but more showers and thunderstorms develop ahead of the main prefrontal trough. And as that happens, and temperatures warm into the 70s and near 80 across parts of the state, those instability values will begin to increase, and any storms that do manage to develop will have enough shear to have the potential to become severe. So, we might see 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, and if we get a mature storm that can tap any of that available shear, could it produce a possible brief isolated tornado? Yes, that's very possible, especially over west central Alabama down toward Demopolis, Thomasville, areas like that. We'll be watching very closely, especially as the main forcing comes in and this line gets its act together tomorrow night. Here you see it just south of I-20 and I-59 around 7:30. We'll be monitoring it very closely as it pushes to the east and southeast during the overnight tomorrow night. That's when that chance of severe weather will be there. By Wednesday morning at 5 a.m., things will be turning colder with northwesterly winds. So you'll see some clearing skies working into the Montgomery area by sunrise, and then Wednesday we'll see mostly sunny skies by lunchtime with 50s over North Alabama, 60s across the central part of the state, and 70s lingering over the southeastern corner of Alabama. Now, Thanksgiving Day will dawn cool and crisp with temperatures near freezing over North Alabama, 30s for much of the rest of the state, Mobile hanging right near 40 degrees. And then temperatures on Thanksgiving Day will be in the 40s and 50s, but by Friday morning, as you get ready for those doorbuster sales early Friday morning, you'll need to bundle up because temperatures across the area will be in the upper 20s and 30s. But Friday promises to be a very nice day with temperatures generally in the 50s. Now, the good news is rainfall totals are coming up on our forecast. Northern half of Alabama could see 3 inches of rain through Sunday now, with southern parts of Alabama getting generally between 3/4 of an inch and 1.5 inches of rain, which is good news. Now, this is, of course, a very busy travel week, and today we've had problems at Dallas. That's a given with all of the rain and thunderstorms, and there have been some problems at Newark. Now, as we go to Wednesday, we're going to have problems at Atlanta, Charlotte, the hubs in the Northeast, possibly Houston and Detroit, too. So if you're traveling, check the latest forecast. We'll continue to update you here. Here's what you can expect if you're traveling across the United States. Low pressure tomorrow will be on the Indiana-Illinois border with those showers and thunderstorms ahead of that cold front. As we go through the day, the cold front will slide through Alabama here just before midnight, pushing through the central part of the state. Clearing skies on Wednesday behind the system. The rain is out of Alabama by noon on Wednesday. Thursday sets up to be a clear and beautiful day. And then by Friday, a little bit of cloudiness moves back in. Then we start to wonder about what happens for the Iron Bowl. It looks like a mostly cloudy day, but it's dry. That's the good news. Temperatures look like they will be holding probably in the 40s about the time the game kicks off on the plains in Auburn. And so that's not too bad. That's football weather in Alabama. But this big storm system will be moving in. And you see by Sunday morning, rain will be covering much of Alabama, which is really good news. It moves out for Monday, and we can certainly use the rain. Here's your forecast for north central Alabama. High chances of rain for your Tuesday, but then cooling off behind that with temperatures cooling to below seasonal norms. Our next chance of rain will come on Sunday. And for South Alabama, again, the same thing. Temperatures cooling finally below seasonal norms through the first part of the weekend, but warming up ahead of that storm system by Sunday. That's your statewide forecast here on the Alabama Weather Network.